Soft toss. One of the problems we have at the high school level still with the soft toss is kids want to do it too rapidly. Make sure you allow the kids enough time to get themselves set up, ready to hit. Person tossing should be on a knee, out in front. If they're on a bucket, it doesn't really make a difference, but nice and low. And what you want to do is start, present the ball to them, drop it down. Okay? When I toss, coming down, make the toss right to their front hip. Okay? That's going to give the ball a target right out in front where they're going to make good contact. Okay? And a nice, we don't want it to be up like that. Okay? Occasionally you can mix that in to kind of vary some speeds, but right here, nice and easy. Okay? Right to the front. As the tosser's hands coming down, that's when the hands come back and you get to your stride. Okay? So you start in your stance, hand comes down, stride, pivot, and swing. And this one can also, go ahead. Yep, go ahead and hit. Nice. Okay? Good job. Yeah. Okay. Again. All right. Along with that, we can back that up and use that kind of the regressive swing. So we start in your pivot again. Okay? Go to your pivot, and with this. All right, again, that's with the hands. So you've taken out that other element where you've got getting back to the load. You're already back there, and all you got left is the hands. Okay? Okay? So when you start there again, hands are already there, work back to the stance, stride, pivot, so everything's coming together. A couple other drills that you can do to try to build some bat speed with some kids. If you stand as a tosser or a dropper, okay, you can stand here, drop, okay? And actually it might work better if you have a chair to stand on. Right here, I'm gonna drop and you swing. Okay? Okay? But again, you might step on a bucket, on a chair, give yourself a little bit more height. It's kind of like the Mauer quick swing, if you've seen or examples of that. Same philosophy behind it. You're dropping it, they're getting to their stride, you drop the ball, works on the quicker hands and getting those hands through. A couple other things that people have done or mentioned that would be helpful. Hitting groups. When you get in groups of 3 or 4 kids at a time, maybe cycle through so you get, and I don't know if you're going to have, about an hour, hour and a half for practices? Does that sound about right? Mm-hmm. Maybe groups of 3 or 4 where kids jump in, they get 4 or 5 swings, jump out, somebody else comes in, and then they hit maybe 3 rounds of 12 or 4 pitches, 5 pitches. One, it keeps them active and keeps them fresh. Maybe make it competitive with the soft toss where, you know, if you hit the top, if you have a catch net or something like that, hit the top of a screen, you get 1 point. You hit the middle screen, you get 3 points. You hit the bottom screen, you get 2 points or something like that. The other thing can be helpful if you have access to, I don't know, go to Lowe's or Menards or something like that, get some 1 or 2 inch, 1.5 inch dowels, tape up, cut them down to 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet, and you could use little wiffle balls, golf balls, and then you can work on some top hand and bottom hand drills where if you start here, you know, it could be on a tee as well. You can start top hand, stand, stride, pivot, okay? All you have left is get that top hand straight down through and finish up high, okay? Or on the bottom hand drill, and you start working one hand at a time, and then you come back to working both hands.
So you're not using a bat, you're saying? You're using
dowels? It could be a dowel. If you have a bat, kids this tall aren't going to be able to handle a bat half their size and really be able to do one hand and get through it. If you find something that's lightweight, they're able to handle, tape up one end of it, but really 1.5 to 2 feet, and they're going to be able to swing that through and make good connections with it, possibly 2 feet. If you have little golf balls, wiffle balls, little foam balls, broomstick, PVC pipe, anything that you can do to kind of find another way to get as many kids active as possible, where they can get 60 cuts in practice somehow. You know, I think you hear from a lot of kids, my own kid included, practice is boring sometimes. We stand around, we watch people field, we sit on a knee, and Johnny takes 12 cuts and we sit, ball never comes to us. What can we do to get more people active? If you've got badminton birdies, they're not going to go very far, and kids can throw them to each other really, where you can stand from me to you, throwing a badminton. If you hit it, they're not going to hurt each other. They're not chasing balls all over the place either. Keep it simple, but repetition, repetition, repetition. If they want to do even drill work, and it might be hard, but if they have those dowels too, sometimes they can go down on one knee, okay, with both hands, and this really focuses on using the hands, and then get back up, using back on the feet, but wide base, good bend to the knee, and keep working that. But what questions do you guys have that might be helpful, could be helpful? Bunting, good question. I think it's a great skill to work on in practice. I think it's, for the second graders, probably not really appropriate to use in the game all that often. It's just, you're not allowed to bunt. Fourth grade. Okay.
Fourth grade is the first
Fourth
time.
grade. I'm learning as I go here, which is good. It's a nice skill to have if you want to set up a bunting station. And with the bunting, biggest thing I'd say with the younger kids is really cheat ahead of time. Don't even start in your stance. Just get the bat out in front of you and fingers behind the bat. See a lot of kids do this. They're going to break knuckles. Here's your steering wheel right here. Okay? Your elevator. Your knees are your elevator. So it's down and up with the knees. It's not moving back and forth. And get it out in front of the plate. Okay? Keep the head of the bat up. So if you drop down here, a lot of balls going to be zinging back to the backstop. Head of the bat up, elevator here, drop it there, drop it there. But the bat is going to have to be out in front of the plate. If the kids are back here in bunting and they do it this, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a foul ball. Okay? So it's got to be out in front, in fair play. And really they could almost do it one-handed, where they're doing this, but this is their steering wheel. Be able to drop it down. I wouldn't worry about the drag bunt or anything like that, but right now, as the pitch, if they're timing it with a pitcher, as the pitcher's in this spot for a sacrifice bunt, probably a good time to show it. If you're thinking more of the base hit, squeeze bunt, the later they can show it, the better off it's going to be. So, pitcher's here, get out front, drop it down. Okay?